Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hope you are having a grand day and everything is going well and you are taking good care of yourself. So here I am again with you, and I am looking forward to spending this time with you. So I'm here again today to talk to you about speaking up. Is encouraging to speak up against abuse. It's a very hard thing to do. So me asking you, giving you some encouragement to speak up, is like, oh my word, how do I do that? Well, it takes courage. It takes courage and it takes strength to be able to do that. Speaking up against somebody who is abusing you is not an easy thing, whether that is through bullying or through domestic abuse or through sexual violence, is not an easy thing to do, but it's one that is crucial. It's one that needs speaking about because when we suffer in silence, that can kill us. Silence, silence is good to have silence, but a good kind of silence, like in meditation and things like that, to really calibrate and really get yourself, your mindset changing. So we do that. There is time for silence, but this one is not something to be silent about. This one you want to choose who you're speaking to. So I just want to go over what this challenge is all about. This challenge is to create a community that can support one another, where we can come together and we can exchange ideas and we can speak about what is happening. And it's a private, it's not something that will be open. But if you want to join it, then you are welcome to join it. Hi, Sharon. Good evening. Nice to have you here. Happy Sunday. Yeah. So, happy Sunday. It's Saturday. What? Oh, I'm chasing the day away. I have to tell you, I'm having fun. I went for a walk and I think the sea air has gotten to my brain. Oh dear. Oh, well, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, yes, we want to talk about speaking out. When we speak out, it's not easy to speak out when you are being abused, especially when you are a child. It's not very, yes, it's not very easy to speak up. Because nobody listens to you anyway. And I've said that because as a child who had experienced that, I spoke out and nobody believed me. You understand? So it's even harder when you're a child for having someone to believe you. But speaking up against abuse is crucial. It's crucial for your well-being and for your health, your well-being, and your emotion. Is very crucial. Um, Abuse of any kind is unacceptable. Unacceptable. I don't care what type of abuse it is, whether it is verbal abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, whatever the abuse is, it is undeniable, unacceptable. I remember traveling and going on a holiday, and I visited one of the islands, and there was this girl. You could see she had an impairment, and these boys were just taking advantage. And my friend who was with me, because I was like, I have to say something. And she was like, you can't say anything. You can't get involved. Uh-uh. No, this could be my sister. And this young lady could be their sister. How would they feel if somebody is abusing her, abusing their sister? They won't feel good about it. So I'm going to speak up. So I did. And she was like scared as to what is going to happen. And I said, listen, stop it. Leave her alone. Stop harassing her. Stop abusing her. If it was your sister, would you like someone to do that to her? Of course not, you won't. So leave her alone. So sometimes it can be intimidating to speak up, especially when it's men and young boys, because you don't know what the next thing they will do. But sometimes you have to take that chance and you have to speak out. It takes courage, I know. It takes courage and it takes strength to do that. And this is why this program, this show is called The Unstoppable Life with Verna Haywood. You can't keep a strong woman down. So we are here to talk about things that affects us and the things that affect other women, and we need to shine a light on it. And so, as I said, no type of abuse is no type of abuse is acceptable. It is unacceptable. But when you speak out, it is time to empower. It is time for us to empower ourselves and to help others break out from the silence. Because as I said at the beginning, there are times when we need to be silent, and that is in our moment of reflection, in a moment of meditation. But when it comes to something like that, like this, abuse, is not time to be silent. But you have to choose. Choose who you speak to. Choose who you tell is like a secret because you don't want anybody to know because you feel ashamed. You feel, you know, you don't want anybody to know about it because you feel, oh my, why did this happen? Why did I allow this to happen? And it's not your fault. It's the abuser's fault. They look at your weakness and they take advantage of your weakness. And now is your time to empower yourself. So I want to empower you, you know, whether you are a survivor, a supporter, or somebody you know going through it, this discussion is for you today. So I do hope you will take the time with me and just stay with me and just listen. And if you have to pop in and pop out, that's okay. It's going to be here for you to look at on Facebook. Hopefully, you're on Instagram and you're listening to it. So, welcome everybody who's on Instagram and is also on YouTube as well. So, you can have a look at it on YouTube if you miss it in any of the other areas. So, what is abuse? Understanding abuse is very important. Now, abuse can take many forms. Can take many forms. There is physical abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, financial abuse, social abuse, like on the web, or you're among friends, and you think that everything is okay. So there's different types. So understanding different types of abuse and being able to recognize them is very important. It thrives on the silence and secrecy. So lots of women and some men, when they go through it, they don't want to talk about, especially men, they don't want to talk about it because they look weak. And for us women, we look as though, oh my gosh, what my friends are going to think about me, or what is everybody going to say about me? That's the least of your problem. The least of your problem is what anybody have to say about you. It's about your self-care. It's about you taking care of yourself. So, as victims, we often feel isolated because that's the whole aim of the abuser to isolate you, and you feel afraid to speak out because, oh my gosh, if he hears or if he knows or if she knows, what are they going to do? I'm in a worse situation than I was before. So, I better keep silent. And silence kills. Okay? So, this is your moment to really think about how you're going to approach it. But today we are here to say speaking out is not just an option, it is powerful. It's a powerful step to take towards healing and justice. Not justice that you are going to harm that person or do anything to that person. Not justice that you are going to do anything harmful to yourself, but justice that you can bring them to some kind of accountability, because accountability is important. They need to take account for what they have done, what they have done, or what they are doing to you, or what they have done to me. I didn't say much. I didn't say anything. But what goes around comes around. That's what we hope. And in some cases it happened. But in other cases, we just stay there and we get hurt and hurt and hurt. And by that time, we begin to hate ourselves. We feel ashamed of ourselves. We don't want to, we feel we're not worthy. We feel we don't we, we're not worthy of anything good. We not Nothing good should happen to us. Why not? Why not? Why not you? Why not her? Why not him? Why not? Why not? Why should nothing good happen? Because somebody has put you through that? No, you deserve happiness. You deserve to be nurtured. You deserve to be cared for. You deserve to be appreciated. You deserve to be held in a loving way. Yeah, you deserve that. That's what we are here for. We're here to love one another. We are here to protect one another. We're here to nurture and to care for one another. And somewhere along the line, over the years, that just seemed to be stripping away. I don't know why, but we can break that down. So there is barriers in to speaking out. So there are lots of barriers. So why is speaking out so difficult? Fear of retaliation. We are fearful of retaliation. I mentioned that before. No, probably didn't say that. But we are fearful of shame. We are fearful of guilt and even disbelief from others. Like I mentioned, when I spoke out, nobody believed me because why? I was a child. Nobody believed me as a child. Yeah. So I'm saying to you out there, those of you who have children, please listen. Please pay attention. Please don't tell them that they are lying because they know what they are feeling. They know what has happened. And they may not know for sure what it meant, but it was inappropriate. So they know what is inappropriateness is. Speak to your kids, speak to your sons, speak to your daughters, let them know the way that people should hold them, touch them. And if they're touching them in an in particular way, inappropriate way, that's a no-no. Okay? And even as you as an adult, because what you were so be quiet. I remember being told, if you tell anyone, I'm gonna kill you. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die if I say anything. So they threaten you. And that's what narcissistic people do. They threaten you. They come with all sorts of things that they will tell you that if you were to do something, so the guilt, the shame, and the retaliation and the disbelief of others keeps you quiet, makes the victim silent. But I want you to remember your voice matters. Your voice matters. By speaking out and speaking up, you are not just helping yourself, but you are challenging that cycle of abuse, and create a safe environment for everyone. So you are challenging that, and you are creating a safer environment for everyone. Yes, Sharon, it comes out eventually. It does. Okay? So you have to speak out and find the right people to speak out with, find the right people to surround yourself with. I keep saying community, community, community. Community is important. The people you surround yourself with is important. So sometimes you may have people around you that may not agree with you, may not understand you, may think, oh, you're making a big deal out of it. Well, to them, it's not a big deal, but to you, it is a big deal because emotionally, it's stripping you. Physically and mentally, you're being stripped. So if they can't understand that because they don't have any feelings of empathy, they're not empathic, then you need to drop them like fly. You need to drop them and seek out the right type of people who are going to be there for you. You may need to get to know to an organization, some organization. But then again, nowadays we have these trackers on phones where boyfriends can track girlfriends and girlfriends can track boyfriends and they know every move you make. Why? Why do they need to know every move you make? I can understand for safety that if you were going out at night or you're going somewhere and just for safety to know where you are, so as a form of protection, why If I go to the bathroom, why do you need to know I'm in the bathroom? Hello? It's okay. It's all right to have your freedom. That means to me you have no freedom. And it would mean to me if my husband is to track me everywhere I go, then I have no freedom. It remind me like when I was younger and I spoke to a boy and the neighbor go tell my mom, oh, Verna is on the road speaking to that boy, and I get home and I get a slap around my neck or whatever. Or she will say, I'll tell your mom when I go home. So you see you're talking to a boy. Hello? Come on. So we have got to find the right type of people around us to give us the support we need. And it's in that support that you find the strength. It's in that support you're building your resilience, because then you're getting to know the people around you. And then it's not everybody. There will be one person there that you feel connected to, that you can speak to. So, as I said at the beginning, I am doing this to form a community whereby we can come together and we can have conversations and we can talk and we can help each other. We can help each other grow and build resilience. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Verna Hayward, and I am a certified insight coach and a wellness therapist. What does that mean? I coach insightfully. Basically, I ask you questions and then you find the answers, because all the answers are within you. Therapeutically, I do therapies and I work from the inside out, because all the healing is on the inside. Yeah, I'm working outside on the physical bit and this stuff, but everything starts from within. And it's only when you start from within, then you can bring everything out. The healing begins from the inside. It doesn't come from the outside. It comes from the in and then it transfers. Okay? So that's what we're talking about. I do have a program called The Unstoppable Life. Three powerful practices to take your power back. Unstoppable resilience. Powerful practices to take your power back. You can take it online. There are lots of videos for you to take part in, and you can take it online. But you also have me as well, so you can do it in your own time. But you have me as well as your coach. So you have to book those appointments with me, and then we can have a chat and see where you need my help. So I'm just plugging that in there so you know that I am doing that. I also have my book coming out soon. I've already written it and I'm just putting the final touches to it. So I have 3 books as already. Okay, so just know that. So I just wanted to let you know that. And then we have the podcast. And I would be anybody who want to come on the podcast with me, even you want to come here and you want to talk to me and want to talk about different subjects, I want to have you here so we can talk and we can talk about things so that others can get healed and they can get whole as well. So now I want to talk about empowerment through support. Because when you have support, that empowers you. It empowers you. Let's see what Sharon says. Sometimes persons know you're telling the truth. Yeah, they do. They want to protect the perpetrator. Yeah, like family members, and some of them are denial. And yes, important. I remember, they would be being told, you don't want to be spreading your dirty laundry outside. Like even now, me coming out and speaking, I have some family members who probably doesn't want to know. But I remember in 2000, I digress now, in 2000, when I decided to tell my big brother, I told my big brother what had happened to me. And then he was like, why did you not say anything? What would you have done? Nobody believed in the first place. I'm telling you, I didn't think you were going to believe. And besides that, I didn't want to get you into trouble. So I didn't say anything. But now I think I'm ready to speak, because I always wanted to become a motivational speaker and inspirational, to inspire people. And he said to me, he said, if you do that, you'll have to speak. You'll have to speak from the heart. You'll have to speak about the things. Are you ready to do that? I said, yeah, I'm ready, because I felt I was healed. I felt I was confident now. I was ready to speak out and to speak and to help others. And then I said another thing to him. This is where my empowerment came from. And then I said another thing to him. I need to speak to my big sister. And he said, you don't need to say anything to her. I said, yes, I need to get her permission. And no, I don't need her permission, but I need her to understand the reason why. Because she was a nurse and she was high in the nursing field. She was a teaching nursing and everything. And she was my hero. I wanted to be like her. But unfortunately, I couldn't stand blood. So I chose a therapeutic way and went down that route. I can still help people. I can still see people well. I can still speak to them and I can still treat them from the inside out. So it was still like seeing people heal. Okay. And when I spoke with her, we had a three-way conversation. And when I spoke to her, first thing she said, did you get any help? No. Didn't you get any? No. So who did you speak to? I said, the word. The Bible was my friend. The word of God was my friend because there was nobody to speak to. Imagine if I say anything when I saw the attitude, is either going to the sanatorium because I'm crazy or they have to bind me or something. So why would I say anything when nobody will believe? I kept silent and I used the word. I spoke the word. I built myself up with the word. So it's important how you speak to yourself as well. It's important the words you say to yourself. Oh, I'm no good. I'm no good. I'm not, when you keep saying that, we're training ourselves, we're training our brain that we're no good, we're not worthy of anything. But when we train ourselves, you know what? I am powerful. Because you know what? We were born powerful. We were born powerful, but it was stripped away from us, especially women. It was stripped away from us because they don't want us to be powerful. They want us to be beneath. But we were not meant to be beneath. We were meant to stand side by side. We were meant to be helpmate. Not anything else, not a doormat, not to walk behind them, but side by side. Okay? So that's where my encouragement comes. That's where my strength came from. That's where my resilience came from because I had to build that. It's like an athlete. You're building resilience daily, 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 daily. You're building your resilience. So let's talk about encouragement through support. Support, when you have a support system, is crucial. I'll go back to, I didn't have a support system when I went through the abuse and everything like that. As a matter of fact, I left the country and nobody knew. Only few people knew that I had left. I didn't say anything because I didn't want any anybody knowing anything. I didn't want anything. But I made sure when I was leaving that my husband knew. He was at the airport. So I was going away for a holiday. And he said to me, you're not coming back, are you? I said, what made you think so? I have a full-time job. I'm working in a hospital. Why won't I come back? He said, no, you're not coming back. I said, why would you say that? He knew why he was saying it. And I knew I wasn't going to go back. Because once you leave and you go back into that relationship, it's 10 times worse. So I made my mind up that it wasn't a case that I wanted to leave the marriage completely, but I wanted him to understand who I was and what he had in me as a wife, because the word of God says, the man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Okay? They said the woman that findeth a husband findeth a good thing. The man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. So she is something good for him, something to give him, to nurture him, to help him, to see him grow and develop. But they don't understand that. They think that you are to be walked upon and be whipped about. And so I made my decision that I was not, I had that enough as a child growing up. I wasn't going to be a woman going and go through that. I had enough of that. Okay. So you have to really dig deep on the inside of you to find your strength because you're stronger than you think you are. So I didn't have that support. But when I became ill with cancer, I had lots of support. I still do have that support. So I can tell you a support network around you is crucial. Whether it's friends, whether it's family, a counselor, which I didn't have a counselor, as I told you. The Word of God was my counselor. A support group, reach out to them. Reach out to them because they will be a good help for you. You are not alone. I want you to know that. You are not alone. You have me, and you have a whole bunch of people if you decide to take them into your sphere. So they are there for you. So, and there are people as well who are ready to listen. So again, find the right people to listen to you. And if they're ready to listen, then let them listen and let them help them. If you yourself know of someone who might be suffering uh, and need a listening ear, kindness could make a difference. Kindness could make a big difference. I'm here, I can help, and I'm willing to listen. If somebody want to book a consultation with me, you want a free consultation, because I do that. You just want to have a chat, a conversation, and we can talk about things, see whether I am a help or not, then you can do that, or you can find a counselor. Somebody, I'm not a counselor, okay? I'm a coach. So that's what I do. I coach using my experiences. Okay, so I have over 3 decades of experience as a therapist and a lifetime experience in how I've built my life and come to be where I am today. I could have been in a different place. So yeah, so let's carry on. So when we're talking about taking steps to speaking out, when you are ready to speak out, not let anybody force you. When you are ready to speak out, consider these a couple of steps. So you can document your abuse. I was scared to document anything because in case it was found. So I didn't document anything. Everything was in my head. My head was my little computer. But things get fall away at times. So document your abuse. Reach out to a trusted person or an organization. And remember, there is strength in numbers. There is strength in numbers. I remember when I wanted to leave without, I think, I was beaten. And I made sure there was a friend that came to visit. I made sure my passport was in her bag. So the first thing I removed from home was my passport. I made sure my passport was out of the house, and I made sure it wasn't on me when I was leaving because I know he was going to search me. And he did because he was in the army. He's not stupid. He was in the army. He was a soldier. Okay. So I made sure my passport was out of the house. And when he searched me, there was no passport on me. There was nothing on me. So he couldn't take anything except take the keys for the house. All right. So there is strength in numbers. When you're doing it alone, you have no strength. There is strength in numbers. And just remember, your story matters. And your courage will inspire someone. Your courage will inspire others to break through, to others to break out, others to speak. It's like you're coming out of prison. You've been in a prison and you are coming out of that prison. So your courage will help them to break out, will help them to speak out, will help them to gain strength, will help them to be stronger, to build that resilience and to take their power back. So we come to the end. And in conclusion, as I wrap up this program with you, I want to emphasize speaking out against abuse is not easy. I'm saying to speak out, but it's not easy. It takes courage, it takes strength, it takes perseverance. Yeah. So it's not an easy thing to do. So I'm not telling you it's easy. It is not easy, but it's something on the inside of you. When it happens, you know this is the moment. You don't wait for bad stuff to happen. When you see bad stuff happening, you start making a plan, start putting things in place. But when you speak out, it is incredibly a brave thing to do. It's a brave thing to do. So it's not something you do lightly. But when you do it and we come together as a world come together against abuse, abuse and place survivors in a place where they feel supported on their journey to healing. So, as we, the world, come together, we place survivors in a place where they feel supported to their healing, on their healing journey, because it's a healing. And remember, your voice is powerful. You have that power within you. So it's just a matter of now you taking your power back. And yes, you would need support, you would need help on how to do that. So who, what, how, why, when? Those are the questions you have to ask yourself. Who, what, how, why, when? We still have to ask those questions when we are healing, when on reflection, as we revitalize our body and we renew our mind. We still have to ask those things. So I just want to say thank you for being here with me today. And I hope that this message has been um, very encouraging, very helpful, and it makes a difference to you today, so that you can reach out to someone, whether it is that you can help someone with your story and speak out about your story, because your story will be different to mine, and your story is to reach, like my story is to reach a particular set of people. Your story is also to reach a specific set of people. We are all unique, we are not all the same. Look at our fingers. Not all the fingers are the same length. Yeah. Not all our fingers are the same length. They have different lengths. So they all have a part to play. They're all unique. You can, you have to use them, and they all have a part to play. So they all are different. So I want you to remember that when we come together and when we have conversations, we make a difference. We help each other to strengthen. We help each other to grow. We help each other to develop. So I want to say thank you. And just to remind you that you are powerful. Your voice is powerful. Your voice, you have been given a voice, and your voice is powerful. So use your voice for healing. Use your voice to strengthen. Use your voice to encourage. Use your voice to inspire. And use your voice to motivate. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And if you know of someone who need to hear this video or listen to it, like, share, and follow. So I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. So take care and God bless. Have a lovely day. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate you. Yes, yes, taking a step to healing is important. When we speak out, we take that step. That's the first step to healing. When we speak out. So take care, everybody. Nice to have you here. Everybody on Instagram, thank you for being here. And if there's anybody on YouTube, thank you for being here as well. I look forward to seeing you and the next time. And I want to share a recipe with you. I don't have the equipment to take into the kitchen to really do it, but I'm going to talk about it. And then I want you to go and try it. And then we're going to talk about how it tastes and feels. So I'm probably going to do it and have mine's already done. So I'm going to talk to you about it. So I want you to think about eating to beat diseases. Then we eat and we eat. But I want you, when you eat, you're beating disease, disease of the mind, the body, and everything else. So when you eat, you're eating to beat disease and you're eating to beat diet. So you're eating with a purpose. And the food you are going to be choosing is for a purpose. So once again, take care and God bless.